how long has it been where the instability of the currency has been front of mind in Argentina?
Since I can even remember, it has always been like that. We Argentina as a country is always put as an example on the other side of the spectrum of Japan. It's like both countries. Japan is a small island. Argentina is a vast territory, lots of natural resources. The economy of Japan is doing great, and our economy has always been doing bad, or at least for the past 40 years or 50 years, or maybe more than that. So it's a rare avis or rare avis. It's a special case which is studied because it's hard to understand how come a country which is, again, so rich in resources has been doing so bad for the past maybe 6 decades.
Yeah, I mean, if people aren't familiar, it's interesting. If you look at Argentina, I want to say it was given the moniker of the Paris of the Americas.
Right. Yeah.
Because in the 1930s, I believe it was the largest GDP in the Americas and one of the most prosperous countries because of all the natural resources and its ability to export. But you guys have had a pretty tumultuous, and we don't have to cover the whole last 100 years of history, but you've had somewhat of a tumultuous both political history with different forms of state-owned companies, state welfare, sort of social systems put on the country, and there's been back and forth. There's to say there's been a lot of turmoil. I think would be accurate.
Maybe I can.
There's about 100 years of history to unfold. Maybe you want to like give the high points.
The way I can summarize it is what makes it special for Argentina as opposed to other countries from Latin America is that the European immigrant it has a primary role. It's like everyone is descendant either from Italy or Spain, mainly, maybe some Germans, maybe some Portuguese. So the economy was doing really well after the first World War, and even after the Second World War. We were like one of the main exporters of I don't know, all the what you call it, all the seeds, like
agriculture, grain,
yes.
corn,
yes.
beef, wine, right, are the big exports.
At the time of the Second World War, Argentina exploded because the economy exploded because of that. But then I guess the turning point started with Perón, which was like a populism leader that we had, who started making radical changes. He was elected. I mean, the reason why he was elected, it was because he gained a lot of traction from the workers. So that's why, and that's what introduced populism into the country. This is like a debate, and depending on who you speak with, it's gonna tell you that we are lucky to have Perón, and other people would say that was our curse. So, like always in politics, it's I don't know. It's there are always two views on that.
Well, and Perón kind of came into power, then went out of power, then came back into power.
That's right. Yeah,
a little bit of history there, but
he introduced it. I mean, he introduced ideas like he started giving away for free to the kids bicycles, and I mean that's just a silly example, but there were many things like that helped him to gain even more and more power, but changed the cultural focus 180 degrees. So many generations, or some generations, were born under that idea, and
to kind of entitlement.
Yeah,
from the state.
Yeah.
So I mean, the summary though, in terms of the impact on the money system, is that the government sort of has taken a very large role in society, and with that, they're using effectively printing of money as a mechanism of funding these expenditures.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where we get into inflation and have started to utilize, which is crypto.
Yeah.
So maybe speak a little bit about when was the first time you heard about Bitcoin in Argentina?